Hello, this is a demo video for Permit.io challenge in Dev.to. The name of the project that I am submitting is PermitBlog. So this is the repository that I will be submitting along with the entire template. So as you can see for the features, this is mainly a headless blog system built with Nest.js, providing powerful role-based access control through PermitIO integration. Okay, so features include advanced authorization, user management, content workflow, the entire post lifecycle, RESTful APIs, well-structured ones, MongoDB integration, and also one other feature for soft delete. So this is the roadmap that I have been following, and one of them is done. It is for admin capabilities, editor, author, viewer capabilities, posts. So this is our to-do list for contributions. This has been started as a open source project. So these are the prerequisites that we need to have: Node.js, npm, MongoDB, and PermitIO. MongoDB can either be from local or from Docker. So this is how you can get started. You can clone the repo, go to the repository, do npm install, and then work towards through the env. Run this command, and then you will have .env file. Right. At first, you need to do permit IO configuration. Right. Right now, the application only offers RBAC, so this should be good enough. Right. Other than that, you need to get your own API token. Okay, so for that, you can follow this quick start to get your permitio account created, right? And once it is created, you will have projects like this, and from development environment you can click here and copy the API key and then paste it over here. Okay, and for tenant, it's up to you whether you want to create another tenant or not, or you can use a default one by default. But for tenant, you can see if you go to the like directory, and you can see, click over here, you can create a new tenant from here. So right now I'm using PermitBlog tenant for myself. If you want to follow the repository as it is, you can create the one by exact this name, PermitBlog, and then keep this environment variable same. Okay, this is for MongoDB. You can have on local installed or from Docker. For JWT secret, you can put any secret over here, a secure one. This is expiration for 1 day, and this is for API key. Setting this is mandatory to run your application. Okay, so other than that, this is the instruction for how you can set up the permitio account. So once your account is created with this quick start, you need to define these four roles, right? If I go here and I go to the policy and I click on roles, you can see that I have defined four roles here. You can click and create a role here, and you can see particularly the role is created like this. Other than that, you need to create the resources. I have two resources created. You can click on add resource to create the resource. Click here, and you can see these are the actions that can be performed on this particular resource, and these are the actions which can be performed on this particular resource, which is called post. You can edit it over here and add or delete any action that you want. Okay, so right now we have roles and resources. In policy editor we can work on this. So as you can see, for admin, for the resource post, you can do anything like archive, create, delete, publish, read. So this is where the magic of the permitio is. You can create a role, you can create a resource, and then you can ensure that which role has which particular permission for which particular resource. So this is what I have defined over here, and this is what exactly the how the authorization layer has been decoupled from the code of Nest.js. These are the instructions that I just explained, all of it. And once it is created, you can run this command to run the application. So right now my application is up and running. This is the instructions for local MongoDB setup or with Docker. Currently I have MongoDB running with Docker, and these all are the endpoints currently built and working perfectly fine, which works with user authentication, like creating a user, login, user management, as well as the entire life cycle of the post. So moving forward to this, I'll go over here, and you can see currently that I have no particular document here. So I'll go to Postman and create a user here. So as you can see, let me create one user like this. 1 second. Yeah, so for myself, URL was not defined, so I have created the environment here and set these variables. So I'll go to the collection, click on register, and then hit the API. and you can see that the user has been created, but by default every user that signs up is assigned a viewer role. I'll show it to you just now. Okay, so if I go here and I refresh this, you can see that the user has been created and it has this viewer role. So if I come over here and I go to the directory, you can see that this user has been created, right? So this is how the sign up syncs with MongoDB as well as with Permit.io for API first approach, right? So I can also log in with this. I can just show it to you right now. I go to the login over here and this is the user that I created, and then I can simply log in with this as well, right? And I'll get the access token. So authentication is working perfectly fine with this. Now what I want to do is I don't want to use permit CLI or permit dashboard to assign the roles, because obviously I will have different admins, and for all of them I might not give them permit IO access, right, by default. So for assign role, I have this particular endpoint which uses backend API key from the header, and this API can be used to change the roles of the users. Okay, so if I go to the body and I do this dot admin and I assign an admin role to this like this, and I hit enter over here, then you will see that the role has been changed. And if I go to the MongoDB and hit refresh over here, you can see the role is now admin, correct? And if I go over here and refresh this page, this should also be refreshed to this should also be reassigned as an admin role. So what the API does is API removes previous roles from permit.io and then reassigns this one as a admin role. This is what this particular API does. Okay, so moving forward to the other workflows, right? An admin particularly can get all of the users as well. I think the API was not saved. Let me just change it as all. So this is giving me unauthorized because I have to give bearer token as access token and hit send. Right now I can get all of the users from this API. Let's go ahead and create other users here. Editor, send, and then change the role for this to be editor. I'll do this and then I'll stop the recording, create the users and show all of them to you just in a while. So similarly I created viewer and author roles as well. So let's go ahead and check here. So right now you can see we have admin, editor, viewers and author roles over here, and it should also reflect in permit.io dashboard as well. So admin, editor, viewer and author roles are also sent in permit.io dashboard as well. Okay, moving forward to the next flow, we will now discuss about posts, how to add co-author to a particular post that you write, how to delete a co-author, and the entire post life cycle, like submitting it for review, then the editor would approve and reject, and then you can publish it, or you can, after publishing, you can archive it. So we will discuss all of this in detail. So this is the URL to post, to like create a post as a draft, right? So if I hit send over here, you will see that the post would be created in MongoDB over here, and over here you should see that the status over here is now draft, right? Assuming that this is the post, you can also assign a particular co-author for it. For example, I want to assign another author for this. So for that, let me go to the users and let me get another author's ID like this, and then let me reassign it. Sorry, let me add another co-author. So post with ID not found. Oh sorry, so I have to give the ID of the post over here, so this is for the post that I want to add the co-author, and this is the ID of the co-author. So hit send, and now I should have two authors for this particular post. Perfect, right? Similar to this, I am able to delete the co-author from the post as well. So let me get the ID for the post, and over here this is the ID of the author, and hit send, and now I will be able to see that now I'm back to one author only, right? I think we should also have a functionality of a primary author and other co-authors as well, which is not currently implemented here. Okay, now let's say that this is our post that we had created over here, right? We understood adding co-authors and removing co-authors, right? Now moving back to this, let me get this ID, and let me submit this for review. Right, post id and submit for review. Hit send, and you can see that the status is now changed to pending review. Now the role for the editor comes into play. Right, editor is able to approve or reject the post. Right, so if I go over here, go to the sorry, login, and get my get login from the editor role. Hit send. I get the access token. Access token is automatically set via environment variables to the environment variables. And now let me review this post. Okay, so moving forward to this, let me get the id and hit here. This is the review endpoint and the status, I want to approve this post. Okay, hit send, and you can see that the post should have been approved now. Right, and once the post has been approved, the author can, you know publish it. Okay, so moving back to this, I am going to sign in again from author 1. Hit send, and then I'll go over here, I'll get the id again, and then I'll go and publish this post. Okay, and for some reasons I'm getting unauthorized. Let me get back to this. Oh yeah, sorry, I think it was user not found. I didn't even get author1. Hit send, and then go to publish it. Hit send, and now I should be able to publish it. Right, and a published post, you can see the status is published. The published post can also be moved towards archive, like if I don't want to keep it anymore. So moving forward to, I think I think this is not the right one. Let me change this here and then hit save. This is the id of the post. Hit send, and the post is now archived. So the endpoint was not properly saved. This is the endpoint, and once the post has been published, it can move to the archive. Right, now we will go towards another flow, which is for rejected post. Okay, so moving towards here, I'll create another post, just maybe calling it 2, and hit send. Now the post should be in a draft state. Right, I'll go and change my role back to editor, and now I will do this, particularly copy this id. Let me check, this is the draft post. Right, and now I will reject this. So pasting the id here, hit send. This is now rejected. Only pending review post can be reviewed. Okay, my bad, my bad. So I'll do this again, and I will have to submit this for review first before an editor can review this. So hit send. Now this is submitted for review, pending review. Now I will move this to editor. I'll log in from editor again, and then I will reject this. See, hopefully the editor can now reject this, and there should also be another post for rejected reason, so the editor can write a reason why this particular post has been rejected. Now you can try and publish this post. Hopefully this should not work as far as I have coded it. So I'm assigning back from author 1, and now what I will do is I will try to, this is rejected post, I will try to publish this. Hit send, and it should throw some sort of error, only approved post can be published. So basic functionality for the entire workflow, for the post, the entire life cycle for the blog post is working perfectly fine. So this is for the entire demo. We saw the registration process, login process, adding co-author, removing co-author, assigning roles, and then the entire life cycle for the post. Thank you for watching this.